What's going on, barbers? We're back for episode 86. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, this is the Band of Barbers podcast where we talk about all things barbering, and especially related to personal development and growth within the barber industry. Thank you again for tuning in. Hey, so I'm wondering, how do you guys deal with less skilled barbers in your shop? And the question that I'm wondering is, it's okay to be less skilled, but are you noticing this trend of the lesser skilled barbers, the less professional barbers, those, like, are you noticing the trend of, like, they don't seem to want the new information? They don't seem to want to grow. That's just a quick question for you guys. I mean, hey, you can answer it down in the comments, how you deal and grow barbers and everything like that. It's just real quick. There was something in my mind, wanted to think about it. But either way, So anyways, guys, we're in 2024 where we're coming up on 2 weeks into the 2024 year. How's it going for you guys? Is the shop kind of slow? Or do you think, it's slow because after Christmas and da-da-da-da-da and so on and so forth? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on out there in your world? I can tell you what's going on in mine, but what's going on in your world? Right? What's happening out there? What's going on? Everything like that. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. It's pretty interesting what all you will see and everything like that. But, again. So for tonight, we're going to talk about something that we always seem to kind of touch on frequently. And the biggest thing is growth. And I realize for a lot of barbers, the ones who don't want to grow aren't listening to this podcast, right? Somebody might have suggested it to them, and it's like, oh yeah, man, this is good. You should check this guy out, so on and so forth. They're not going to listen to it. They're not going to listen to it. And it is what it is. But for you barbers who want to grow, guess what? Let's talk. All right? Let's talk. If we want to, if you want to and want to grow your clientele, grow your skill set, things of that nature, I'm going to make it real simple for you guys. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. And if you want to really, like you're just gonna you're gonna have to do the work. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to learn the fundamentals. You're gonna have to work through the process of what's what's going on. I said this before, like, this is a career that can make you a ton of money. Hand over fist, ton of money. But you're going to have to do some things correctly. Now, as a commission barber, I don't know, but I don't feel like a lot of commission barbers make a lot of money. Just, they may, depending on how their commission is set up, but I don't necessarily really feel like it's a lot of money being made on the commission barber side, right? You're losing some money to the house. Now, like I've said before, even if you're paying booth rent, you're still paying commission. And for the people that are like, oh, I'm not paying no commission, da 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 da, you still are, right? Commission is a percentage, period. It's a percentage. And, to break it down so you can really, really understand what I mean by that, if you had a, let's say, 70-30 split, right? 70 to you, 30 to the shop. Let's say you had a 70-30 split. If you have a 70-30 split, you're going to, and let's say you made $1,000 in a week, you're going to take home $700, right? Now, typically with commission, the shop takes on more responsibility. They do the marketing, right? You might have to wear a uniform. You might have to do, a couple other things. So they wear the they run the marketing. They, a lot of them will set your hours. Sorry guys. They'll set your hours. They'll do all of that type of stuff. They'll also do stuff like provide trainings and, your basic trainings and advanced trainings, and they'll send you to trainings or they'll bring people in to train you. Like, these are a lot of the benefits in being in that type of shop. Okay. Which is cool. I need you to understand that's cool. But on the other side, let's just say you're in a high market area or a high booth rental area, right? And let's say your booth rent is $250 a week. And you make the same $1,000 a week, but now, instead of paying 30% in commission, you're paying 25% in commission. And for that extra $50 that you get to keep in your pocket, you now get all the responsibilities behind that chair. You now get all the responsibilities behind the chair. For what? Can we make it make sense? And that's saying that you're $1,000 a week. That's saying that you're doing pretty decent. That's saying that you're doing you're doing okay. I won't say you're doing pretty decent. You're doing okay. right? But you're frustrated and saying, "Oh, this is too high." Well, if it was lower, you wouldn't work. If it was higher, you wouldn't work. Like you're saying, some of you are saying all of these things about, you know, I got the freedom to move how I want to move, but you don't have a system. So I would evaluate my commission versus booth rental based on the truth that I tell myself about my work ethic, right? Some people need someone to give them a push to keep going. You need that schedule. All right, I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know that. Everybody else knows that. Like, you got to really function well to really be successful as an independent barber. You got to have a drive about you that nobody else has. I'm just being honest. You got to have a real drive about you that the average person doesn't have, because you have a lot of responsibilities. A lot of responsibilities. It may be dumbed down in a fashion, but for an independent barber, you have all. It's just like this new thing about these suites. I know people getting suites and don't even have a customer base. You don't have a customer base, and you go in and you lay out this place and design it and so on and so forth, and oh, it's so beautiful. It looks great. And then you're sitting like your brain, like your business plan does not match what you're asking for. I'm gonna open up a suite. And I heard somebody say that a lot of people will do a lot of things just so they can say they're an owner, just so they can say that they're their own boss. Are you really looking at your life and really evaluating what's going on and how it works and how you move and how you operate? Because to just say that you're a boss, I'm my own boss. Okay. Some of you ain't the boss. Some of you still run by other people. Some of you ain't the boss of nothing. Not even yourself. You let other people dictate to you how you react emotionally. You don't accept business for what business is. Business has no emotions. Business has zero emotions. Can I be real for a second? I'm going to be real for a second. Some of you don't even like cutting hair. You got into it because you thought it was going to be an easy lick and a nice little side hustle. While there's some of us out here who are really living off of this money and living well, strategic about what some of you decided to go into barbering so you can have money in your pocket like dope boys, so you can operate like them. You got a legal profession to operate in an illegal manner. I mean, you got you went through training to have a legal profession to be recognized by your respective states, and we're talking about America here, be recognized by your respective states as a barber. It's a licensed thing now. To be recognized as a barber to only operate like a drug dealer. I'm trying to understand what we're even talking about here. Yeah. Like, stop trying to cheat the system your whole life. Because the only person getting cheated in the system is you. And you don't even realize it. You losing out on all the tax benefits. Well, my aunt do my taxes and I make sure I get a good return. That's what? Does your aunt own a business? Oh, well, she do taxes. No. Does she own and operate an actual business? No. She got a little computer and she do taxes at the crib. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense if you don't think about it. Like, you spend so much time trying to cheat the system. You have trained yourself to cheat the system. Untrain yourself. Because it's a better way. It's an easier way. Like, you had, like, you got a barber's license. The sky is the limit. You can do whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you want. It's going to take some time. You're not going to be no celebrity barber overnight. You're not. You're not going to be a celebrity barber overnight. Can all of that celebrity status and all of that kind of stuff as a barber come from barbering? Absolutely. Are you going to do it overnight? No. Is it very likely that it will happen for you? You want my real answer? No. But can you make a good living providing quality services to your community? Absolutely. I just watched an interview last week, maybe week before last, with a barber out of Maryland, and he did some celebrities and NBA players and NFL players and da. So he cut a few celebrities like that, right? And the only thing I was thinking about the entire time that he was talking about his business and what he does and everything like that is that he built his business in the community. You understand? He built his business, he built up working in the community. He got an opportunity to be a celebrity barber, and guess what he still chose to do? Serve the community. He still chose to serve the community. Right? So I don't understand. It's very disheartening when I meet people in the industry who have zero to no passion for what they do, and they're just there to get a paycheck. Because it's just disheartening for me because I'm so confused by, like, why would you go through this training to become a barber, and then treat it like we've all had jobs that we did not like. I believe, right? A lot of us have had jobs. Unless you got started real young, a lot of people have had jobs that they did not like. And at some point in that job, you just did the bare minimum to get by. There are people who are legitimate, who have got their barber's license. They've gone to school or through an apprenticeship. They've gone and taken both exams. They have got their license. They are licensed. They boom, plaster it up. Right? On the wall. Boom, there it is. And they don't even act like they enjoy what they're doing anymore. They have no passion as far as the industry goes. And they just do the bare minimum. And it's crazy because it's like, man, you could have just kept a job or got another job. But you went through all this training to treat this like the bare minimum? I don't understand. I need you to get whatever you got going on in your life. I need you to get it together. This service that we provide is about the community. The history of barbering has always been about serving the community, from serving high priests to being doctors before there were, to being closely connected with the medical field, to, the father of modern surgery, like all of the, what? I don't know. I have an extreme love for what I do. It's an honor and a privilege for clients to come and sit down in my chair. I really, really, really enjoy what I do. And I hope that you can find your passion, re-find your passion, rekindle that love for this barbering and rekindle that love for the community. Because this is all this is about is loving on your community and providing a great service. Like, people are coming to you to look good. That's what they're coming for. They want to look good. And believe you and me, the way that this world and as fast as this industry is moving, those who don't care about what product they put out behind the chair will get washed out with the rain. They will. They're either going to wash away or they're going to come on board. But either way, it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, guys, I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in to this podcast. It's been so freeing for me, so enlightening, and I really, really enjoy sharing this information with you guys. Listen, I know some days it may just be, it may not be all there. I'm still trying to find my voice. I have dedicated to do 100 days of podcast before I even really start to promote this thing. And if you guys are an early adopter, an early listener, I really, really appreciate it. Really, really do. Please, but I ask, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. The band needs to grow, right? The band needs to grow. Let the band grow by being one of the people who shares this. Thank you again for tuning in to the Band of Barbers podcast. Have a good night.